wala, we are at the mercy of the weather as we always are. So we will just have to wait for the true effects of this typhoon, Christine. Deal with. So, anong gagawin natin?
Sir, yung DND siguro ang
No,
mauna,
sir,
sir.
as we speak, we're pushing forward the additional rubber boats to proceed to the Solcom area, and already give instructions, sir, that we have to source some from Mindanao and the Visayas. J3 is working on it to Marshall already, sir, and if possible, we can even airdrop them.
Call from Congressman El Rey, out of 600 barangays in Naga, 300 are fully submerged, 1,000 fully submerged, unpassable by cars, and they are in urgent need of rubber boats and 6x6 trucks to evacuate people. And it's just beginning, so
Well, for them, in Kamsur, medyo,
paalis na.
Medyo
Yes, sir.
Na.
So,
for the rest of Luzon,
yes,
it's not yet even quite begun yet.
that's right. So, sila yung nauna. In his words, sir, they're in desperate need. Hindi daw kaya ng local government.
It's really the flooding that we're going to have to deal with. So, anong gagawin natin?
Sir, yung DND siguro ang
No,
mauna,
sir,
sir.
as we speak, we're pushing forward the additional rubber boats to proceed to the Solcom area, and already give instructions, sir, that we have to source some from Mindanao and the Visayas. J3 is working on it to Marshall already, sir, and if possible, we can even airdrop them.
Yung
Kausap ko siya, 50,000. Okay. Actually, nag-withdraw na siya. Okay.
Sir, for the same area, the food packs are being withdrawn already. I was also talking to Congressman El Rey yesterday. The first 50,000 he's already taking now. Yes, and I told him to keep on withdrawing as he needs.
So, ganun na nga yung mga assets, because waterborne assets ang kailangan natin yung maliliit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think for now, we pretty much covered everything that we can do. We are, except for the Bicol region, except for Region 5, we are still in a preparation stage. Region 5, mag-umpisa na talaga ng kasi basta pwede nang pasukin. The Public Works is going to work to open all the thoroughfares. Those areas that are isolated, kagaya ng mga 300
barangays out of 600, sir.
Kalahati ng probinsya.
Yes, sir. Are fully submerged.
Sir, it's because Camarines or the Bicol River Basin.
Yeah, it's river basin talaga.
Yung po yung Albay and Camarines
exactly.
Norte, papunta sa
Correct.
Albay.
Correct.
Mr. President, nandito po yung
That's why
General
lagi naiipon dyan eh.
Opo. Mr. President, nandito po yung General Manager ng Philippine Ports Authority. Tingnan natin kung nagugutom yung mga stranded doon. Mr. J. Santiago.
Good morning po, Mr. President.
Yes, good morning.
Well, ano lang po, tama po yung sinabi po ni Sec Bautista po kanina. As of 6 a.m. po kanina, nasa 5,329 passengers po yung stranded natin and 994 vehicles. So what we have been doing po, every time naman po na meron po tayong ganitong situation, lahat po ng terminals natin sa stranded, we provide them hot meals po. No? Pero ano lang po, Mr. President, normally lugaw po na mainit kasi wala naman po sa budget po natin yan.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Opo. But what we do po is we do it po out of pocket po ng mga empleyado din po natin.
We should have a more, hindi pwedeng ganun lang mga ad hoc. Thank you very much, and I'm sure it is a big help to those who are. No, but the government should have a more systematic way of looking after them.
Mr. President, if I may. Right now, we augment the hot meals, pero we're about to come up with our DOST ready-to-eat box. It's a day box na lahat na siya kakainin mo na lang. There are protein bars and all those stuff. Galing sa DOST. So we're about to launch it next month. So yun yung mas systematic way of doing it.
But that's something that yan ang talagang fell through the cracks na hindi natin napaghandaan. But so I'm glad it came out in the news. Ikaw ba yung in-interview?
Yes po, Mr. President.
Sabi ko na nga ba?
In fact po, if I may, mag-ano po sana kami, request po kami sa kila Secretary Rex na once those food items are ready, baka po pwedeng mag-pre-position po sa mga terminals po natin na malalaki para...
We'll just do the same thing
Thank you, sir.
With a specific, sa yung mga stranded na pasahero pag sinara yung mga puerto.
Yes, Mr. President. When we procure that, patapos na ho, it's coming. The ready-to-eat boxes will pre-position sa mga pier po.
All right. So, sino pa? What else? Yes, please, go ahead.
Sir, yung tungkol po doon sa power interruption, actually, napaka-importante po na yung tungkol dyan sa interruption to make it short as much as possible because most of the water supplies in the provinces are also relying on the power.
No, it's a perfectly reasonable demand to bring
Yes,
that
sir.
power as quickly as possible.
As quickly as possible.
Ang daming hindi magawa hanggat may power.
And at the same time, sir, some of the cold chain in the hospitals
Isa pa yun.
are also reliant on
Tama,
power
isa
supply.
pa yun, no?
So it's important that these are some of the humanitarian aspects that we have to look into.
No
Thank you,
doubt.
sir.
No doubt. It's just that there is that that is that long-term effect which we have to pay attention to as well.
Mr. President, and
Yeah.
as you pointed out, we have to avoid the possible electrocution of people. That's why
No.
we have to check the lines first. NEA coordinates that with the electric co-ops before we can restore it.
It's really we all want to bring the power back as quickly as possible. Pero bawat metro ng linya kailangan inspeksyonin na walang putol, walang nag-short, walang kundi pag inon yan, puputok lang lahat yan. Magkasunog pa, may masaktan pa.
Mr. President, with respect to the power, I remember we will just have to marshal it again. In the onset of El Nino, we made sure all the hospitals had generating equipment and other water facilities. So we'll just make sure that those are up to speed.
Well, as long as we have been able to provide the equipment, kaya naman. Well, between the generator and the water purification machines. Yeah.
Mr. President, DOH, for those which it is running and supporting, they have provided for gensets for all of this. So that's at least for 4 to 8 hours, they are able to provide for emergency power. So they can draw on that.
Yun ang limit, Mr. President. Usually we cannot use the genset for long periods of time. They're only for like that temporary power interruption. Then kailangan bumalik yung power din. Pag continuous nasisira yung genset.
So, hindi kaya. It's not designed for that.
It's not designed for continuous power supply.
Oo. No, there's no doubt we have to bring the power back as quickly as we can, safely. Yeah, so we'll do that. That's exactly what we will do. That's what we always do. Well, our procedures seem to be in place. There are little adjustments that we have to make for the specific situation, but right now we will just have to wait for the storm to pass and see what the effects will be. It's mukhang maliwanag na it's really the flooding that we are going to have to worry about. Not so much the infrastructure damage from winds. It's really going to be infrastructure damage and threat to life of the flooding that's going to happen. So the evacuation, tuloy-tuloy na natin yung Northern Luzon, kung saan yung talagang tatamaan, mag-evacuate naman. Sanay naman kami dyan. So the point being, since the storms pass in our area all the time, people are not so hard to convince na mag-evacuate muna. So basta't meron silang warning, gagawin naman ng mga local government executives. All right, I think we've covered as many things as we possibly can without seeing the final effects of the storm. So, okay, let's go. Let's prepare. Everybody knows what they need to do. Maraming salamat. Thank you, sir.